Dude, Luke, the printer's still busted. What the fuck, man?
Which part of the dress code do you understand?
As long as I'm not getting my girlfriend's Snapchats, are you working on something?
What the fuck does that mean?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Topless Robot Podcast.
Episode 36. My name is Ryan.
I'm Brooks. Okay, stop.
I'm Tyler, and I'm back, bitches.
I'm Dan, and I wish Tyler wasn't back. He was supposed to be canonically dead.
I think that we all wish that Tyler wasn't back.
Yeah, I don't appreciate
Welcome back. And it's his birthday. We're taking it easy on him today.
Yeah. You have to. In fact, I am now the leader of this podcast.
Dear listeners, if you have a shitty birthday greeting, please leave it in the comments below.
Today, the podcast ended. It was canceled. The second that he declared that he is the leader of the podcast.
Oh, pack it up,
My
everybody.
name is Tyler, and I'm the birthday prince.
How dare you? I'm the birthday king.
It's your birthday. It's your party. Well, it's not your party yet.
Not yet.
But you can cry if you want to.
Die
I'm
if you
going
want
to. That's tack that on as a write that down as a definitely going to happen.
As long as you're crying with your pants around your ankles.
Why did I drink so much?
Phoenix Fan Fusion is going on this weekend.
Yes.
That is.
I did not attend it. I don't think any of us.
It's not my jam.
I work weekends.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
We are all terrible nerds.
Yeah.
No, I'm just a great nerd. I've been to cons, last decade.
Look, I may be a terrible nerd, but I'm a responsible human being who pays his bills.
I wandered around downtown a bit just to kind of people watch yesterday.
Freak pointing.
And there were some there were some really good cosplay. There was some very, very decent cosplay.
I've seen some really good pictures from various friends I have taken just events of just really dope costumes.
Yeah, Facebook has been a treasure trove of fantastic.
And
Fan Fusion,
I gotta say, fucking Fan Fusion really pulled out all the stops as far as guests are concerned.
Yeah,
this year. Fucking
Elijah
Jeff
Wood.
Goldblum, Elijah Wood, Adam Savage, what's her face? Fuck, why can't I remember her name? She was
What's her
one of
face?
the-
From What's That One Show?
She was
and
one of the Doctor's companions.
Catherine Tate.
Catherine Tate, that's right. Ridiculous.
Aren't you a Doctor
It's
Who fan?
been a while
I
since
just wanted
we've
to
talked
say,
about Doctor
if
Who.
there was someone on this podcast I would have pegged to be a Whovian,
Yeah.
who would it be?
Have you watched the first 12 episodes before you showed up?
Yeah, right.
This came up
yeah.
quite often.
Yeah, it did actually.
I know.
Well, because
I've never spoken to you about it.
It was when the new Doctor was starting, and so of course we were a bit more Doctor Who heavy, which is not Brooks's wheelhouse.
No.
I think pretty much anything.
My
Tyler
intolerance
likes
for the
usually
show-
is in Brooks's wheelhouse.
My intolerance for the show is bigger on the inside.
But yeah, we wandered around. Zia had a pop-up record store
that's cool.
down in one of those mall areas downtown, so we went and checked that out, which, I mean, is nice and all, but also kind of pointless because there are 3 Zias out here, 4 Zias, I think.
Trying to
like
get
that.
those suckers that don't know any better.
I can get all of the things that were in this little pop-up shop at any of
and
the
I don't
Zia
have to
records.
carry it around all
Gotta
day.
remember,
Exactly.
all of those people there who are just there for Fan Fusion, though, they're not going to go stop at Zia as an extra trip.
Well, it's
Nice.
because
That
they're
having that
chumps.
booth presence is just free money.
Yeah.
And plus, not to mention, people
And
are going to
exposure.
Comic-Con specifically, or not specifically, but with that in mind, that they're going to be spending money, they're going to want
Sure.
to buy
Yeah.
these things.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you
So
got loose
why
wallets out
not
there, man.
just make it easily available to everybody?
Yeah. But there were a lot of things that I thought about picking up. Green Day's 1039 Smoothed Out Slappy Hours on vinyl, which is something that I would love to add to my collection. Also, Nirvana's Bleach for $90 on vinyl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And No Doubt's first record, a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to get, and I had to keep reminding myself, I live here. There's lots of
Yeah,
Zias.
right.
I can go and just buy these whenever I feel like it.
And you
Bravo, that's good impulse control. Yeah, that's
Well
good.
done, you
That's
have-
a good thing.
As you can see, you have impulse control. I do not. With my little mini group that
Yeah.
I got at Disneyland last weekend.
You
and
want
it
to
only
drop on us
cost
how
him
much that?
$40.
It was like, I think it was 30. I think it was 30.
Oh my god!
But
And you can see his tag.
oh, I know. I haven't cut it
Oh,
off
you
yet.
got suckered. You got suckered.
Again, there's something to that mystique of going somewhere and just having that open mind to paying for things.
Yes, the open mind to paying for things.
It's an open
not the
wallet.
Open wallet. Yeah.
the
there
open
you go.
wallet to pay. Like, you go to certain places and you're just like, okay, I'm spending money this weekend.
Yeah, the grocery
Who gives a
store.
shit? You start you turn your
Check
brain
your
off.
privilege.
You turn well
Got him.
to an extent.
I've still never been to Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been to Disney World. The last time I was at Disneyland, they were building California Adventure.
I've been to
so-
Disney World back when I lived in Florida. I've been to Disney World. And Universal Studios is significantly superior to Disney World.
It's just more fun as an adult. Although I will say Epcot is the best part of Disney World as an adult because you can drink.
Ah, sure.
You can
sure.
drink at California Adventure now as well.
Yeah, but I don't want to drink at California Adventure.
that's like one of the best parts of California Adventure.
But yeah, also attached to that Zia pop-up was a tap room, Rebel Lounge tap
Oh,
room
nice.
pop-up.
Nice.
So
Oh, that's cool.
Like they had bands performing there or solo acts, like Jason DeVore from 30 Zero did a little show at the pop-up, and like $5 beers, and they were good beers. So like non-con prices on good alcohol that's con adjacent was kind of decent.
It's the way to be.
Also, that kind of advertising is good. When more people need to go out to see shows at the Rebel Lounge and other places,
Yeah.
like the Grid.
Yes.
Because
the Grid.
because
Grid,
unlike
yes.
Rebel Lounge, the Grid does not have an iron curtain for underage people to see the show.
that is true. We just don't let the underage
Yeah,
people in.
I hate the iron curtain. It's stupid.
yeah.
I thought you were just going to stop at Iron Curtain. I was going to be really... I was going to have to ask you what that question... What's the Iron Curtain?
And I've noticed that is a uniquely... Not a uniquely Arizona thing, but like that, it's not like that everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, in Wisconsin, underagers, we'd charge them $2 extra at the door because they're not buying alcohol, and we'd mark their hands.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't.
Except all of the venues in Arizona will still mark your hands and still bar you from going into those areas.
Yeah, which is silly to me,
I agree.
but
It's stupid.
That's super weird because, like, if you go to... You can go to, like, the Marquee Theater in Tempe, and... Like, they just have the people who are drinking go into a different line. They give you a wristband so you can drink.
yeah.
I mean, it helps keep
So-
17-year-olds from getting crushed in a pit, but they should get crushed in a pit.
Yeah.
That's
The problem I find with
That was
all of those venues that have
When I was crushing in pits.
yeah.
like all those iron curtains usually section off a smaller portion of the venue.
And it's annoying.
And most of the shows that I've been to, there's usually more younger people, used to anyway. But there would be a bunch of empty space in the bar area, and then a bunch of kids just shoulder to shoulder in this small section.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, you can't drink. You're not giving us enough money, so
Mr.
fuck
Gorbachev,
you. Like,
tear down this wall.
yeah, that's something I don't fucking miss. Like, turning 21 is rad in every possible way.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to
Bills.
You don't have to.
I had
No.
those before I was 21.
Bills are amazing. Bills mean that you're paying for something and you're receiving services.
Yeah.
Okay, capitalist swine.
Bills only exist in capitalism.
Yes, exchanging money for services is exclusively a capitalistic thing. They don't even have money in the Soviet Union. Or food, but
Because they don't have any money.
idiots.
Way to go, Reds.
Better
So-
bread than red.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Sorry for that bout of McCarthyism. Well,
So, I have jumped back into Dead Cells on the Switch because the Rise of the Giant DLC finally fucking finally hit the Switch version.
Do you tase yourself just to remember what could have been?
No, because I'm definitely not as bad as you at that game.
Ha ha.
Can't behind your little hat now. Oh no, the motivator's broken.
And I've only gotten like significantly better. I like playing it on the Switch
this is
instead of
against
on the
the
PC.
spirit of our potential series. That
Well, no, the
over.
other games that are on the list are games that I haven't even touched.
Okay.
And in the case of Bloodborne, like I got to the hub world and couldn't figure out where to go.
I can't wait for you to lose all of your lunch money, dude.
I can't wait for him to get warmed up with X5. That's a baby's game.
Baby's first Mega
Hey, in my defense, I played Ninja Gaiden, the first one, literally all day yesterday, and I didn't.
You can't
beat
put
the
a
game.
Let's
I don't
Play
know
on with a
actually what
controller in
my
your hand and
what my
say that
point
I'm
was here.
winning.
I got my ass kicked by another game. That was what my point was.
Sure. I mean,
That's a mean trick.
but the rest of us grew up getting our asses kicked by Ninja Gaiden.
yeah,
Well, at least Brooks and I did. I don't know.
No, I played it well after I was an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it.
It's a lot of
It is
fun.
pretty fun. The
Those cutscenes are
soundtrack
dope.
is fucking...
Yeah,
The
like
soundtrack, the
Ryu's
kid
Determination
cutscenes?
is like the best track in the entire album. Fight me, but like
Don't at me.
don't at me. And if you like what I'm saying, be sure to like, subscribe, and smash that. Fucking smash
You ran out of things to smash there.
No,
Like,
no,
subscribe,
no.
and smash.
You got
that.
it. Smash the bell.
Smash the bell.
So you get notifications when we do
Yeah,
up.
and don't do any of that custom notifications bullshit. You want everything,
Yeah. Internet.
everything, internets, which is a series of tubes. But,
So
Ninja Gaiden, though.
you've been playing Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's all I did yesterday. I was like, you know what? This weekend's going to be a busy weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. But I don't have much I have to do on Saturdays besides clean. So you know what I'm not going to do?
Clean.
Not going to clean. I'm going to play Ninja Gaiden. And I sat down and I was playing. I'm like, this is fun. This is really fun. Holy shit, I'm loving this. And I got like all the way to Act 5. Then my Switch crashed. I didn't make a save state. So I had to start off from the beginning.
Those fucking Castlevania hits, man. Yeah, it's the worst. And
I can't
very
imagine playing
prevalent
Castlevania
in
with that.
Ninja Gaiden. That
Yeah, you fly back.
yeah.
And
And the times when something like hits you and you fly the opposite direction of what you should too, where it's like the thing's flying at you this way and then it knocks you that way and
Yeah.
into a fucking pit.
Yep.
I'm not mad, obviously.
Stage 2 is a bitch, man. I
Stage
think it
2
was stage
killed
2.
me
Yeah.
a billion times. And then I got really good at it because I had to play through it again. And then I got to stage 5 and I'm stuck on, or Act 5. I'm stuck on Act 5. And I was literally, I got to Act 5 for the second time last night around 10 p.m. And I still haven't beaten Act 5 and I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning. So that tells
Ninja
you
Gaiden for you.
how my experience
when do
went
you get
last
to
night.
Ninja Gaiden 3 with no continues or with limited continues?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, dog.
Well, I mean, most of those games that era had limited continues.
Well, Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 attempted to curb the difficulty by just letting you play it an infinite number of times.
Because, like, Contra had 3 lives, 3 continues.
Yep. Unless you were cool.
Unless you were up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start, or select start if
BA
you're playing.
select start.
No, select start if you're playing 2-player. Start if you're playing single player.
Yeah, nerd. Sorry. Oh man. Oh, I'm getting all tense just thinking about it.
Brooks, did you deep dive into any games this past week?
Well, it's funny you mentioned Ninja Gaiden because I was fucking around with that a little bit the other day. But I've just been kind of futzing about with. We were talking about Super Mario 2. Sorry, Super Mario USA for those outside of the United States.
Born in the USA.
No. If we're talking about Bruce Springsteen, that's my fucking job. You stay in your goddamn wheelhouse until I call for you.
Stay in your lane.
That was for you, Brooke.
Except that's not even we're not even gonna go there right now. It's not my favorite Bruce Springsteen album.
But I've been kind of bouncing between. I've been working on Link's Awakening because I'm.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
I'm trying to play through it through the original again because I'm anticipating getting a Switch soon, and Link's Awakening is gonna be one of the first games that I get for it because it's my favorite Legend of Zelda game. And so I'm just kind of like trying to familiarize myself with it so I can be like, aha! That one pixel is out of place! Charlatans!
So you can be an angry nerd about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Considering how well Nintendo tends to treat us in that way, I don't think you'll have too much to be
yeah,
excited about.
and Pyo Pyo 2. I've been trying to get on up on that.
Pew pew?
No, Pyo Pyo.
Oof.
Pew pew.
A moment of silence
Pyo Pyo.
for Tyler failing again.
Tyler being racist again.
It's not racist.
It totally is.
Is it?
It's 100% racist. I'm the Asian in the room.
You had him for a second.
I'm sorry.
I was just like, I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out.
You son of a bitch.
How about you?
Didn't get to play very much this week. I was really busy, but I'm at the point of Devil May Cry 5 where I'm on the tech dive now.
Ooh.
So now I'm
Tech dive?
Best way, but you're going into every single move and technique and everything you can do.
Okay.
I'm at the point where anything else I have to tackle is going to be stupid fucking hard, and I'm finally to the point where I'm trying to master all of the characters to really, really style on everything.
Right on.
Just sits there and jumps for 100 times to make sure he gets that.
He has
Jump
to do
dash.
100 jumps.
Jump dash.
100
Jump
triangle
dash.
slashes.
Which mostly means like
Start.
don't have to worry about playing V at all because he's whatever. But a lot of Nero and a lot too much Dante gameplay.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Dante?
He's got too much going on, like he always does.
Sure.
The sheer amount of stupid fucking button presses. Shifting between like 8 weapons and 4 stances, and shifting stances mid combo while shifting weapons mid combo. That's all the stuff you have to practice.
It's really funny playing that game where it's like you have V and Nero, and you start like, man, this is a deep combat system. There's a lot to do here. There's a lot of fun. Then Dante just meteors down into your fucking corner. And you're just like, holy shit, there's so much more.
That's why the whole first mission you get to play as Dante is a flashback, and all you do is walk from room to room fighting like increasingly difficult swarms of enemies, because the game's just like, well, if you've never played Dante before, boy, do we have a surprise for you.
Are you ready, kids?
Oh, no.
And like every character, he starts off with a small fraction of his kit in his first mission, you know? But even then, by default, he has so much more at the ready than any other character when they start.
Sure.
Well, I will tell you, Tyler, when you finally do get deeper into the game and you actually unlock all of Nero's stuff, now that he has the arm slots that you can switch through, his gameplay style actually can get pretty deep. It's badass.
Nero is extremely deep. It was not a slight on any of the other two characters. It was just Dante's ridiculous. There's so much to do with Dante, and it's like, well, and it's all different. It's actually a great thing. It's a lot of fun. Like playing through each of those characters, it feels like a different style of playing the game.
It absolutely is.
No matter what you're doing, it's amazing. But at the same time, it's just like, oh, deep. Oh my god, I was in the kiddie side of the pool?
I like characters that jump and shoot.
Of course you do.
Thank you, Brooks.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Guess what?
to...
All 3 of them can do that in Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
But like that's the extent of their skill set.
Nero literally has a Mega Buster.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
But
yeah.
which one is it?
It's just the Mega Man Mega Buster, not Mega Man X Mega Man Buster. Just,
Well,
just the regular Buster.
Okay. I saw an ad for
It even changes his jump to do the same animation. And he slides instead of dodges.
And when he dies, we've talked about this before. When he dies, he does a pew, 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 pew. Yeah, out into, yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty, I mean, Capcom.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Masters of fan service.
I saw, speaking of terrible fan service, Facebook was throwing ads at me, as it throws ads at everyone, but it was for the Mega Man TV shows like merchandise.
Sure.
And they had like a Mega Buster like play set that like opened up into like this cool cave thing. If I was a kid, I'd be stoked on that.
Sure.
But the catchphrase, I must have missed it when we watched the show, but it was Meganize. Let's get Meganized. But it looks like it says Meganized.
Yeah.
So it's like,
get turned into Megan.
who is Megan? You know, is she cool? Obviously, she's got a gun for a hand. Megan Man.
I'm so confused by that show because, like, it seems like at parts they want to throw bones to the old school, gamers, but the actual content of the series is not in any way Mega Man.
It looks worse
not
than
even
Astro
in
Boy.
the tiniest way. Any part of Mega Man that has any iteration of Mega Man, it takes nothing at all. When did Mega Man have a little dude living in his head?
Spoilers, he does not.
From what we watched a few weeks ago, it felt like they got writers that
Weren't
liked
mega
and-
high?
No, that did mega hiney ho. That
No. Bad Tyler.
Happy birthday, Tyler. I'm not hitting you with a pillow right now.
Thank you. That's the best birthday present anyone could have ever gotten me, besides the ice that you bestowed upon me before this podcast. What I was trying to say is, it felt like they got writers that had played Mega Man and liked Mega Man before, but the powers that be above them were like, "This is your story."
No,
Yeah.
it's like the people that made the show like to main as Mega Man and Smash, and then was like, "Oh, I like this Mega Man guy. He's been in some old stuff, right? Like, let's make a show."
Yeah, dude.
That actually, your suggestion of what's going on there reminds me of I just watched the I think it was Gaming Historian did a video on the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
And tells the story behind the Mario Brothers movie and how it actually almost was a pretty decent movie.
But the powers that be were like,
but they were on so Dennis Hopper even said like, I don't even bother reading the scripts anymore. I just do it scene by scene because the script is changing too much.
Oh wow. Okay.
really?
So it was nothing but rewrites. It was too kiddie because they won't, and Nintendo were involved in the production of the film. So like they had like final sign off on actors that were involved and shit like that. Tom Hanks was going to be Mario. Tom Hanks was signed on to be Mario.
What?
And
Yeah.
Actually would have.
and Nintendo thought that he had just come off of a couple of lower, like The Burbs didn't do very well. Joe versus the Volcano didn't do very well.
I love both of those movies.
And but
became a
they
little
weren't
cult
blockbuster, hits, and so Nintendo was like, nah. And Nintendo vetoed Tom Hanks being in that film.
Shame on you. Tom Hanks is a national treasure.
He really is.
Now, yeah, but like, it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of turmoil that this film went through, and it's they fired writers several times, they fired directors several times.
Everyone was super drunk on set.
Yep. Yep.
One of the directors like dumped like hot coffee down like the back of someone's like
Yeah.
outfit.
Jesus.
Yeah, and the way that he said that that's not really what happened. He was like, "Oh no," I think John Leguizamo told the story of this dude like dumping hot coffee on the back of a Goomba and saying, "Whatever, he's an extra. It doesn't matter," or something to that effect.
Some like
Classic,
evil
yeah.
bullshit.
And
Classic Hollywood.
So the dude comes out and says, "No, he didn't see what actually happened. I thought that the costume was too clean, and so I asked the extra if I could put some extra mud on the back, and I tried to put the mud on the back, but it wouldn't stick." So I, used coffee to try and stick it. None of that sounds plausible.
No.
So, and there was a scene where they had to drive their plumber truck,
Yeah.
and John Leguizamo was drunk, and he was driving, and Bob Hoskins is in the passenger side, and John
Who's also
Leguizamo.
drunk.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins is arguably less drunk than John
He's not
Leguizamo
drunk,
because
he's
he's got more
British.
tolerance.
I like the arguably less though.
Yeah, and so fucking John Leguizamo floors it, and the door on the side, like it's one of those sliding doors, and it slides into Bob Hoskins' hand, and so he shot the rest of the movie in a flesh-colored cast.
Ugh.
Jesus.
Which is why it was a success, and we cherish that film to this day. Speaking
I'd
of,
like to
of
put it down for the
cherish-
record. It is the Topless Robot's favorite movie.
No, that is not true.
Mine's
right.
the Street Fighter movie.
Raul Julia was a treasure.
For I have seen, I beheld heaven as it fell from heaven like lightning, and he crashes into a thing of TVs. Oh, my dad is obsessed with that movie. My dad, in
God.
his retirement, has he managed to make a set of really good replica bison bucks
Oh my god.
from the movie. Like, my dad is trying to track down a print of that giant picture of Raul Julia on the horse, like Napoleon. Like, for some reason, he
Okay,
is obsessed
I would
with
love to
this.
have that in my house.
Honestly,
would I.
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I would turn that down.
That would be
but-
that'd be really cool. But my dad doesn't play Street Fighter. Yeah, he doesn't play Street Fighter. I've tried to get him to play. I was like, you like this movie so much? Like, you maybe like the game, and he's like, not really. I'm not really into it. But Bison, he's cool. Like,
It's one of those things.
all right, Dad.
Every time I think about that movie, everything about it was a disaster. But the thing that always makes me laugh every time is they cast one of the most European people in the world to play Captain America, pretty much. Like, I'm
yeah.
going to kick Bison's,
Bison's
ass.
But we can all go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I'm American.
Jean-Claude Van Damme it.
And who the fuck was Ryu supposed to be in that movie? I don't know.
Not they
Literally
should've-
nobody.
Nobody knows.
Should have been Kino.
I haven't watched that movie probably since it came out.
We should watch it
It has
again.
been a long
Good
time. We
Very
should do a
soon.
Topless Robot watch. Is it MST3K
Oh,
kind
God.
of style?
Yeah, we'll record an MST3K track that people can put. All right, press start. Press play now. And
Yeah, let's do it.
do like a riff
That would
track
be
thing.
fun. That would be fun. Speaking of fun, they have delayed the movie of the century to next year.
Yeah.
And millions of
meow.
fans cried out in happiness and
Sonic the
There
Hedgehog
was much
movie has
rejoicing.
been pushed off until 2021.
Blue streak speeds by. Sonic is canceled.
I do want to point out that in the
Too
little
bad for the human eye.
eyes are just melting. I do want to point out one thing like with the styling of the first CGI version of Sonic that everyone hated with the white hands, not gloves. And then they have the image that shows we've pushed it off to 2021. He has gloves. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yes, there's like a little
I did
artistic
not.
rendering, and I did not make this
Oh,
horrible
hi,
Sonic.
Dan.
Oh, hi, Dan.
But yes, they showed in the image like a little artistic rendering, and it was Sonic holding up a sign, and he had gloves. So
It's because the sign was so filthy.
Was that image an official image
yes,
from the movie
yes,
studio?
it was tweeted, I believe, by the director.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
remember exactly who it was. It was a tweet, and I
think
can't remember who tweeted.
I-
it.
Ripped it off of my DeviantArt.
I'm willing to bet that they realized that they had more to fix than they originally intended when they said that they were going to go back and fix it.
Like the
They
whole
even-
movie.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Maybe they can remove the gun from behind.
The God.
No,
is
apparently,
good.
I watched. So they did a film theory. MatPat did a film theory on Sonic the Hedgehog to see what they got right about Sonic, and apparently they actually did get a lot of things right
He
about him,
breathes.
about his speed and the effects of his speed and things like that. Where like there's that scene where he's like running down the highway and then there's that explosion and it knocks out the power and stuff. like because of the electricity and things like that, he's not like breaking a sound barrier there. It's an EMP, and so that's it fits in line with things, and they make the argument that it is the most accurate Sonic the Hedgehog
Scientifically
we've had.
accurate Sonic.
Yes.
Not accurate to Sonic fans.
Yeah, I don't remember that ever happening in any of the games ever. Like he hangs.
No,
out-
Brooks, do you remember Sonic's special EMP move?
Oh yeah, like that's why he hangs out in cities. And
Well, I mean,
runs through casinos.
There is the lightning shield.
Well, yeah, but that's just an extra jump, and it just magnetizes the rings.
I mean, that's cool. It's great if it's scientifically accurate, but before it's scientifically accurate, it has to actually be good.
Yep.
So
yeah, there is
he
that.
needs-
And
Like,
also,
he needs
does
to have
any
the
of us
correct
really care
shoes?
about
Yeah.
how scientifically accurate this movie is going
No.
to be?
I don't give a
no,
shit.
we want it to be true to the fucking games, at least to an extent.
As long as Blue Creature go fast.
Pretty much at that point, like
Meow?
Meow?
It was Jeff Fowler, the director, taking a little bit more time to make Sonic just right. # no VFX artists were harmed in the making of this movie. And this is, and if you can put this up on the video, this is what they,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
why is he flipping the bird?
I'm hoping that this actually does get overlaid on the video, so people don't think
Tyler, why did you
Sonic
do-
is just fucking.
Why did you just show us your private folder of Sonic porn, dude?
You're not supposed to say that, dude.
Scientific.
I
you
thought
know,
we were
if-
cool.
On the
Yes, he's going for the anatomically correct Sonic, as we can all tell.
Tyler
There's
bangs
blue veins.
hedgehogs.deviantart.com.
Tyler the
Don't
Hedgehog.
do this to me.
Wait. Tyler, pull your phone out. I want you to Google Tyler the Hedgehog.
Oh, here
Oh,
we go.
boy.
It's been a long time
boy.
since anyone's done this.
Oh boy.
Tyler the Hedgehog cries at the spooky games.
I doubt,
Tyler the Hedgehog.
I doubt it needs to be said for most people, but this is a thing you can do where you just Google your name, the Hedgehog, and someone's awful fan art will come up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to show.
You're going to have to send me a link
you're
so I
gonna
can
have
put
to
it
show
up.
it.
I don't want to show.
Actually, I bet I probably
He's
can't
yellow
put it
and
up.
has diapers.
So just search for Tyler the Hedgehog,
Yeah, exactly. That's someone's fan
and you'll
art.
see what... Oh my god!
All right. Now I'm gonna do it.
I don't know if
Oh
this is like
my
a good
God.
podcast bit, guys.
Yeah,
This is a great
This is
podcast.
not a good podcast bit because I can't put any of this artwork up.
It's
Let me
people's
just-
fan art.
Yeah.
Let me just
I'm
put,
still gonna Google.
let me
Google
just-
Tyler the Hedgehog.
let me paint a picture.
Use,
It's a
use your
yellow-
Paint a
words.
picture with your words.
A yellow, slightly chunky hedgehog wearing what looks like diapers that has big guy 10 houses next to it. Due tomorrow, D-U-E tomorrow, due tomorrow in a speech bubble. Origin, Tyler's walking in the streets and he saw a monkey spitting fire. Luke the Hedgehog walked up to him and said, shit, a money spitting fire? What should we do? He responded with I'm not going to finish this. This is likes hentai, Zafir mom, and Henry's mom likes to have sex with Zafir in his dreams.
Tyler, you just stumbled into like not only fan art of yourself, but fan art of this whole character's life.
Yeah.
I'm
Your hedgehog has a real rich backstory.
Yeah.
And
He's got romance. He's a procrastinator.
And by rich, we mean not allowed within 500 feet of a school.
actually, this one's actually pretty accurate. Not as fast as Sonic, but pretty fast in bed. Always sad face. I mean, let's be honest.
Wow.
Anyways,
So, Sonic movie delayed till, I guess, 2020, not 2021.
Tyler
I
the
thought it was
Hedgehog
coming out
will be
in
delayed
2020
until
anyway.
2022.
it's supposed to come out this year.
Coming in 2022, the Topless Robot's first premiere movie, Tyler the Hedgehog.
Please no.
Not as fast as Sonic.
Pretty fast in bed.
The entire trailer.
Always a disappointment.
Tyler the Hedgehog.
Theme song by Crush 40.
All of the video footage for the trailer is just we paint Tyler yellow when he cries in bed.
I'm just in a corner, and you guys are just.
No. We paint Tyler yellow and put him in a diaper and then grease his feet with Crisco and push him onto a basketball court.
Guys, this isn't funny.
And then proceed to throw basketballs at him.
Painted yellow.
Actually, we would have to.
I'm so happy that you guys
we
love
would
me
have
so
to
much.
throw dodgeballs at him because I need the sound of a dodgeball.
Ping!
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys love me so much. You guys are my best friend.
Yeah, we're going to go
Happy
with
birthday,
that.
Tyler.
Topless Robot's all an elaborate ploy for us to beat the shit out of Tyler.
Yeah, right.
That was literally the only reason that this got started.
Yep. I convinced my bosses to give me a long held property of the company just so we could give you all kinds of shit and beat the hell out of you.
And all it took was you showing a picture of me. Just like, look at this guy.
Yeah,
Look at him.
Look at his.
God, can we give you more money?
No, stop. 10 million is too much.
We'll buy you all the cameras you need.
I want angles. I want every single distance possible. We have a track camera that you can put across your ceiling.
We'll get some Dolby surround sound so we can hear the tears as they drop.
I want microphones above, behind, below.
And a premium quality crafted gimp suit. This is the Tyler Robot Topless Hedgehog project.
Moving on from Tyler the Hedgehog
That's what we have to call the
and
episode
Sonic the Hedgehog.
now.
So there's a new gaming handheld coming out.
Oh yeah,
The Playdate, which is
not a
very
euphemism.
interesting looking.
yeah. Well, when I saw it, I thought it was another one of those like shitty like 450 in one like handheld things that a certain artist was attempting to do.
Artist, you're using. I think you're using that word wrong.
I'm using it loosely.
But instead, we're getting a handheld that rich people can hire their slaves to turn the hand crank on.
Yes, crank. Well, like
So the crank isn't like to charge it or anything. The crank is,
What a
is
missed
a new
opportunity.
control method. At first, I thought it was something.
yeah,
that
I was
would
like, oh,
charge it.
cool.
Yeah.
It's a
Like a kinetic
wind-up
powered.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, right. And I mean, it's not like a high fidelity.
If you stop winding, he dies.
It adds an extra layer to the depression you get when you realize you've let that thing die.
But yeah, it's going to have its own, games made for it and everything. It's a pretty lo-fi system. Like it's an
Yeah.
experimental little thing. And it's pretty inexpensive. I think it was $150 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, $150, and that comes with
12 games?
Yeah,
So, and
Are they
they're going to
like-
release them like a season of a series or something.
yeah.
Like-
Every week, for 12 weeks, you get one.
Oh, so you get the
new
game. You're not paying for. You're paying for the system, and then the game.
and then you get 12 games as they're
okay,
they're
that's cool.
coming out. Yeah, like
and
once a week.
I saw one. I saw some video of one of them, one that uses the crank,
yeah.
and it looked weird, but like the kind of weird that I'm about, because it's being manufactured by Teenage Engineering.
And they are
And-
very, very good designers.
Yeah, they're out of Sweden. They're out of Sweden, I found out. And the game looks like some of the LCD kind of style of some of their like pocket operators I've seen.
Yeah.
And it just looks like it's going to be a cute, fun thing.
And there's actually a game hidden in the OP1, their synthesizer.
Oh, is it silent?
Where no, it's like a helicopter game.
Oh.
And it uses all the noises of the synth and stuff, and as sound effects and whatnot, and you have to navigate through a thing in a helicopter.
That sounds pretty cool.
So it's definitely on brand for Teenage Engineering, because they're like, first off, incredible designers, but then they also incorporate these kind of gamey-like aesthetics into the things that they're making anyway. So
Why not
not make a game
Yeah,
system?
exactly. I think it only comes in yellow.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It'd be cool if
all
they had
I've
other
seen
colors,
is yellow.
but honestly, that yellow cover
color
I kind of like
is
the yellow.
kind of perfect for what it is.
It's the same yellow as the Swedish flag.
Yeah.
It's the same yellow as Tyler the Hedgehog.
It really is.
It cranks.
It is.
It cranks a little faster too.
No one cranks as fast as Tyler the Hedgehog.
There's the episode title.
Yeah.
No one cranks faster than Tyler the Hedgehog.
Print it.
End of podcast.
Oh man. Oh shit. What? So, do we have anything else we can make fun of at Tyler's expense?
It is my birthday. Bring it on.
Tyler, how old are you today?
I am 28 today.
Child.
Yes. Oh,
How old are you, Brooks?
Thousands of years ago.
I am eternal. Brooks has no age. He was there long before you were born.
from, for machines.
Oh, man.
Brooks was there long before we were born, and he'll be there long after we're dead.
Yeah. It's like a shittier version of Sabbath's Iron Man.
Good Omens debuts this week.
Yeah,
I
it
am
does.
so extremely excited for this. No one understands. You have one of your hairs.
One of my hairs is everywhere, always.
I mean, most of his hairs are on his head.
Yeah.
See, if you ever tried to sneak around, you would never be able to because you.
No,
would
I'm
just
just
be-
leaving.
That's why Solid Snake
I'm
wears
just
a
leaving
headband.
DNA everywhere.
That's why Solid Snake wears
We
a
don't
headband.
even need your DNA. It's just blue
Just
hair.
like Tyler the Hedgehog and his really fast cranking.
Too fast for the naked.
Third time this half hour. Oh my goodness.
It's over
Sonic.
6,000.
Tyler, his hand can really move.
It's only my right hand too.
Tyler, watch out, he's gonna spooch.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Of course, it had to. We had to go there.
I
laughed.
saw that happen. You guys made eye contact and you were just like, oh, this is it. This is it. Booch.
I laugh because otherwise I'd have to cry.
It's your party. You can cry if you want to.
Now it's if it wasn't a definite thing before, it's definitely now.
And no, Tyler the Hedgehog is not supersonic. We can cross that off our list. Yellow Hedgehog, but the spines are up on supersonic, and his spines are always down.
Yep.
Flaccid.
But yeah, Good Omens, I am super stoked for that.
Yes.
That'll be really cool.
It just looks like it's gonna be fun. Like I know the plot of the book. I haven't read it, but if it's anything, I mean, it's Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. It's gonna be a blast.
I highly recommend reading it. Like, it's actually a really easy read. Like, it's only a couple hundred pages, and like, it's just fun. Like, you can tell that they're having fun. While
I don't read
writing
fun
this
books.
book.
I read technical manuals,
I only read beige English literature.
and it's in Portuguese.
And
Translated, of course.
another debut this week, though this one we're not going to get every episode all at once, is Swamp Thing. And I've been hearing
Yeah.
very good
It's
things
supposed to
about
be
Swamp
scary.
Thing. I mean, they're calling it body horror. And
Honestly,
they're
it's-
saying
it's-
it's really good body horror.
It's about time that we've started getting scary superhero shit. Like, we got that. We got Brightburn coming out, which looks terrifying.
Brightburn's out?
Brightburn looks
Oh, is it
amazing.
out? I
It
think
came
so.
out this Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm behind.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Sorry, I was busy
It looks
updating my
really
Tyler the Hedgehog
good.
fan page.
I'm so behind. Like, I just saw Endgame last week. And I still have more movies that I need to catch up on. I need to go see Detective Pikachu, and I need to see...
I do need to say that as well.
I saw Detective Pikachu.
I saw Ugly Dolls this week at work.
Huh?
I gotta see John Wick.
Oh, yes.
I
I got to see
got
John
it
Wick.
for you too. Also, I want to see the series that they're making for it as well.
What?
They're making
The
a
John
TV
Wicker Man.
series. I think it's on Amazon.
I wonder how that would go.
It's not with it's with the spy or the
assassin
hitman,
network?
the assassin like the, Parabellum, is that no
I can't remember.
Parabellum's the name of the third movie.
Yeah, and that's right. I forget what it is called. I'm sorry, but they're making a full
guild
series.
that they
the guild.
have.
The guild. It's
The League of
Guild.
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I can't believe I'm blanking on this too.
Yeah, I totally spaced on it.
But they are making.
Brooks, what
a
have you
TV
I think
show.
that could be cool. I'd be curious. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
I could see it working pretty well. I'm pretty excited for it, just because I like the universe that they've created with
Yeah.
it. The universe is actually really interesting with how simplistic the movies are, to be honest. Like, very John Wick gets fucked over,
Yeah.
John Wick kills everyone else. Like,
Yeah.
they're very specific.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
I mean, you
What
just
is
look like
happening?
you're holding your mouth open at that
I
point.
was gonna try to while you were talking and then just pan over and just watch you lose your shit. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
No!
And now my mouth tastes like paper.
Double fail. Long story short, yeah. I just love the universe that John Wick has kind of almost seemingly unintentionally created.
Yeah.
With how simplistic the movies are and how just fun they are. All of a sudden, there's this
It
big mythology around
Definitely
it. that's
feels like
really interesting.
there are more stories that could be told in that.
Exactly.
I am just not sure. So
You put the right people behind it, I
don't-
could easily see it happen.
the thing is that the fun draw of the John Wick movies is that it's Keanu Reeves kicks people's asses.
This
Yeah,
is true.
and it's very
The
simple.
Continental.
How do you make that a serial? How do you split that up from a format of 2-ish hours of Keanu Reeves kicking ass to half-hour episodes? Like,
Less bullets.
yeah,
You give him less bullets.
sure, but you know what I mean? Like,
But like, if
No, it's not going to be as high octane. That's
I
for
don't
sure.
think
it
it's
won't
gonna
be. It's
translate
gonna be more
right.
about the mythology of the Continental.
But
Because that's the
honestly,
that's the,
Yeah.
hotel
the
that
fact
they're
that
part of, and
John Wick
like,
at
all
the
of that
beginning
stuff.
has nothing. It's just
Yeah.
Here's a guy who's good at this thing. He's got a dog, and these people kill him.
Yeah.
I like that.
fucking Theon.
I like
Greyjoy.
point A to B with lots of bullets and violence, and that's it.
Yeah,
I would love-
That's why I
the
like
whole
Cobra.
thing is that I don't know necessarily that the TV series is going to carry the major draw of the films in
Violence.
order to take the fans of the films and make them fans of this hour format TV series.
But my argument
Should be
is
5-minute formats.
the movies I love watching to see Keanu Reeves just kick ass and like the amazing choreography and all of that stuff. But while I'm watching these movies, I'm really enjoying the stuff that's around
Right.
that part. And if you take, I want to
But as
know more
those
about the
aren't the
Continental.
focus of the films, they can't bank on the fact that the entire fan base of the films are going to be in on the TV series.
Oh, I don't think you can either.
if they're changing that format.
Because you're definitely in the minority of people who've watched the movie who really are fascinated by all that surrounding stuff. I think to a lot of people, it's probably just consequence that interrupts the flow of Keanu Reeves killing people.
Yeah, I
Anyone
imagine
who-
they see a lot of it as filler.
Do you guys think that? Like,
I think
feel
it's
like
filler.
there's got to be more people like me who I love the
I think
the
that-
Continental and like the mechanics of how that system.
I think that
works.
this like underground network, is intriguing. Sure, I don't know that I'm going to enjoy it for the same reasons that I enjoy John Wick. It's just I do happen to like these two separate elements. I know I'm in the
So,
minority in saying that, though.
I do think it's kind of interesting, but also it's very standard assassin fare. Nothing about it surprised me. Like all
Yeah.
of this background stuff about how the assassins function and their own private currency and like a sacred ground sort of stuff. This just reminds me of assassin stories that I've heard time and again.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you take the same kind of choreography, the same writing, which the
A
writing
TV show's not going to have that.
Yeah, because it's they're
You
gonna have-
say that.
It is an Amazon production, so it may.
It could, but honestly, if I want to know a cool backstory about an assassin, I'll just watch Leon the Professional.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Fun fact: assassin means hashish smoker.
A what?
Hashish
Dang.
smoker.
Hashish.
Hashish smoker.
Hashish
Hashish. Hash.
Yes.
Dude.
But that is the origin of the word assassin. Is hashish smoker.
Oh, I thought it was double asses.
In something.
I'm gonna give you a boo on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deserve a boo on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just ran out of material because Tyler the Hedgehog is just sapping me of my strength.
You've just got piss yellow Tyler the Hedgehog in diapers running around in circles in your head, making a mess of the Mind Palace.
Look, when he turns into a ball, it looks like a urinal cake.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
What's that noise?
So yeah, I have a lot of movies that I have to catch up on. And
Yeah.
I'm
What did you think of
always-
Endgame? Were you satisfied with how the whole 10 years of this massive movie franchise
Yes.
came to an end?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though it's not really ending, we're gonna get more.
well,
stuff,
phase one
obviously.
is over.
But yeah, phase one is
Phase
now
one is
completely
officially over. And some of those heroes we'll see, more of. Obviously, we'll see more of Spider-Man. What sucks though is like 2 major points of Endgame got spoiled for me.
Really?
Yeah, and it was
Stan Lee dying?
I was a wow.
I don't think you would have cut more to his heart right there if you tried.
I was avoiding spoilers, and I was avoiding spoilers pretty well because like I'd scroll through my Facebook feed, and the second that I recognized any Marvel character, I'd immediately keep scrolling and not pay attention to any words or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of meme formats that gave away some things for me, and they were big things, and it sucked. It really sucked. But I mean, it's also good to see how those things happened, as opposed to like just knowing that a thing happened isn't enough to totally kill it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good to see the how it happened, why it happened. Oh, and this has become a trend now.
Hello, Beast.
Go on.
Go.
Hear him coming.
Yeah. But overall, I think I was very happy with it. It had its a not even fan servicey beats. Like there were some cheesy beats to it for sure.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is needed.
like
to me,
Calvin Klein Hulk.
Like the thing that
I mean, I don't want to talk too in depth on it because I don't want us to get into spoilers on it because
So the
we're a
internet
spoiler-free
doesn't screech.
podcast.
But to me, the thing that makes a lot of Marvel movies even like better than DC, besides the writing, the acting, the execution, the pretty much everything, is the fact that like they are not afraid to have the cheese and a little bit of fan service and have some fun with it. Like there's a big green thing in that movie that it's a little weird. I did not expect the green thing to happen as it did.
Fortnite.
And this isn't getting into spoilers because we know that Carol Danvers is going to be in.
What?
And we know that Captain Marvel's there. That's why they did the movies, released the way that they did. Someone shared a meme. One of my friends on Facebook shared a meme that showed Captain Marvel, punching Thanos, and the caption on the meme was, "Seriously though, who else was rooting for Thanos in this moment?" And I was like,
Why?
"Fucking chill out, dude."
Why?
The way I read it is, people don't like Captain Marvel because they feel like Captain Marvel is a retconned female, feminist power figure that they are going to nerd rage against, as at every opportunity that they have. I personally loved Captain Marvel. I thought it was a really fun story, and I loved seeing like Nick Fury before he ever had any exposure to any of this. And so instead of being the badass who knows everything in the corner, like in the shadows, he's this, oh shit, what the fuck is going on now? What's gonna happen next? And he just has to go by his gut and do a lot of, be very trusting. And we see Coulson develop in that too, where he puts his trust in his partner above all else. And so I thought that there was a good story being told there.
And then they took the character, and she was literally just a Deus Ex Machina for the whole Endgame movie.
But she
Well,
wasn't.
but she wasn't.
I-
well, she was,
I
but
thought
she
she
wasn't.
I
but
thought
she
that
wasn't.
it was
I
kind
feel
of
like she
boring.
wasn't.
So
I was
the
having-
way the person, real quick though, the way the person who shared it interpreted the meme was he didn't want this character who, in his eyes, hadn't earned her spot on the team, which I hate that phrasing.
So she's not even on the team.
Yeah. He didn't want her to, come down and one punch Thanos. Which, yeah, of course not. And of course they wouldn't fucking do that. And of course they didn't fucking do that. So where's, that doesn't mean you're rooting for Thanos in that moment. You know that that's just lazy bad writing. If you create a Superman,
and
Yeah.
have that Superman come in and resolve this 10
Yeah.
Well, and that's
story that you've created.
that's actually why I thought Captain Marvel the movie, because I was having this conversation actually last night with some friends. I wasn't crazy about the movie. I don't have internet troll beef with the film. It was fine. But Captain Marvel is Superman.
yep.
She's Superman, and all movies that feature Superman as the main character are boring as hell.
Yep, they're going to have a very hard time dealing with her power level as they incorporate her
Yeah,
in future films.
and I was disappointed in Captain Marvel because there wasn't it wasn't like Superman 2, for example, with like Zod and the other guys.
And we don't even know what her weakness is going
yeah,
to be.
her weakness will be love. Or something like that. But and so her showing up and being Superman in an Endgame was predictable because I did see Captain Marvel, but I still didn't think it was bad. Superman is still a good character.
You just can't make a...
Yeah, you have to create a super good bad guy
Yeah.
to demonstrate how dope Superman / Captain Marvel is.
And I think that specific scene, and again, it's not really spoiler territory. This is kind of the sorts of things that you can assume are going to happen. Thanos and Captain Marvel go, one-on-one for a very brief period of that fight.
Yeah.
And I think the specific purpose of that scene is to show how strong even a stoneless Thanos is, because
Yes.
we've already established that Captain Marvel is fucking Superman, is the no beat 'em, is the I'm sorry, I've been too busy out in space saving every other planet from every other problem. So now I guess I'm going to come back here because Nick Fury hit the panic button,
I think it would be dope if in the whatever the next Captain Marvel movie is, now that all the Marvel properties are united into one gauntlet. I think they should have Carol Danvers fight the Brood. There's a race of aliens in the X-Men universe called the Brood that are super nasty, fucking shape-shifting Borg type assimilator alien things.
Yeah.
That are super gross and would be probably a good fight because they could infect someone that she knows, and then it becomes a doppel fight, and I love that shit.
Yeah.
See, I just want to really quick, basically, I did not think that she was used as a Deus Machina.
I kept her in the back pocket whenever they needed to pull her out.
Yeah. Oh no!
No,
Here
but
you go! Combo,
Machina
combo.
comes in and resolves the storyline normally. She was used as a delay more than anything.
Or changes something very big that would otherwise end everything.
Yeah.
What she changed more than anything was just how many people are
We'll get into
it's
more
hard to talk
specifics.
about
We'll
this
get into more
without
specifics
spoilers.
outside of the podcast. And maybe if there's any interest, if people have any interest in something like this, maybe we'll start doing a separate podcast feed of spoiler casts for when we do need to talk about spoilers and things like that. Because I know part of being a nerd and loving these properties is wanting to fucking nerd out and love these properties and talk about the rich details of them and waiting just makes those thoughts kind of sit back and having to wait for that. So I'll leave it to you guys. Leave a comment or let us know if a spoiler cast is something that you would be interested in.
Well, as Tom Petty says, waiting is the hardest part.
Oh God. And I mean, we've long since come to the end of the podcast, so we
Yeah.
should button it up anyway. Does anyone have any rants and or raves this week, except Tyler?
Slight rave about sumo this week, sans today's unfortunate visitation by the President of the United States.
What?
I know y'all
What?
have, I'll get to that. Y'all have heard me talk about sumo all the time. And this particular tournament has been the best and most action-packed tournament that I have seen yet. And if anyone is interested in getting into sumo, this month's is the one to do. Upsets, we got underdogs, we have the one guy that I hate getting his ass kicked, and a weird assist by Donald Trump today.
That is
And
so weird.
Yeah, it was. Well, I woke up this morning and like on my listening to the NHK like news feed, and I was like, wait, what? Because like I was waiting for them to talk about the Basho because today is the last day, and the guy that won was already gonna win as of yesterday or day before yesterday's match because of his scoring and stuff. But just hearing the words Donald Trump and Asanayama in the same sentence was like, ew, gross. It's almost like Tyler the Hedgehog show. And that's why I'm in a
It's
rave.
gonna be a thing, isn't it?
Yep.
You got anything, Dan?
Got nothing.
No?
No. Sorry.
I don't really have anything either.
I have.
And on
to
that
say,
note,
nope. God damn it, nope.
Oh, I did forget to mention his Dark Materials series coming out on HBO. The full trailer for that's out. That's for the Golden Compass book series.
oh sure.
And I think it's going to be dope. That's all I have to
I
say
hope
about
it'll be better than the movie.
It is my birthday, and I will rant about Game of Thrones if I fucking want to.
And on that note,
nope. I
Go
have
on.
to say, we have to at least address it a little bit. Come
fine,
on.
fucking say the words.
All right. So
I like Game of Thrones.
I do like Game of Thrones. I do, and I'm not ashamed of it.
I'm not as
enjoy it.
fast as Sonic.
I enjoy it as well.
In
but
some ways, I am.
get to
Okay,
it.
so Game of Thrones. Obviously, there's a lot of big hubbub, especially if you follow r/free folk right now, and everyone's freaking out because honestly, the last season kind of sucked. But I do want to. So it's a rant because I'm really disappointed in this last season in that it didn't need to. Basically, the last season and the season 8, season 7, season 8, they made it shorter than it should have been, and it showed. Like there was no reason for them to cut down 2 full seasons into basically one season with slightly longer episodes and season. God damn it! And season 8, they added half an hour to each episode, but that's not doing anything because the thing that happened, like the ending that we saw, was the ending that George R.R. Martin supplied D&D, like by Half and Wise. They got that ending, and that's the ending that was supposed to happen. So everyone freaking out about Dany doing what she did, and everyone thinking about Jon doing what he did. Again, not spoilers, but those things. People who have watched that was supposed to happen. But the issue that I had with this last season and season 7 was that it was all so rushed. Like that, we did not get to see the graduation of the characters from the point that they were to the point that they got to. And that's my big issue. Like everyone's all surprised about these things that happen. I'm not surprised that these things happen having read the books because I like you can see it getting to that point. But I just please.
My opinion is that Jon Snow is a coward.
Anyway, long story short, I was really disappointed with how it just got sorely truncated. We didn't get to see, like, the point of this whole series has been amazing character development. That's
mean the network that put out The Sopranos made another series with a bad ending?
The network gave them the option to include full 2 seasons. They said, go as long as you need to finish the story.
Yeah, but they got
Beinhop and Weiss, they
got that to X-Men money.
No, they got the.
sorry, not X-Men
They got
money,
the Star Wars money.
Yeah, Star Wars money. They got Star Wars money.
They're like, no, we can
Same
finish
difference
it off
now. They're
now.
all over the same people.
And what we ended up getting was the I forgot to start my essay until the night before version of the ending of Game of Thrones.
That's actually usually when brilliance is born.
Yeah, I have my best work is the day before the deadline.
I mean, mine is
anything.
too, but someone who does not have that.
Hedgehog's words. Do tomorrow. Do tomorrow.
All right, that covers Game of Thrones. On that note,
You sound so excited about that. It's just like we never have to talk about it again.
I'm not invested in Game of Thrones the way a lot of Game of
I'm
Thrones
very
fans are.
mad, and I just have to have my words heard.
And
You were saying something,
while there
Tyler?
are many people who agree with you, there are also many people who disagree with you.
Yeah.
It is probably the most polarizing ending to a series I've ever seen. Usually when a series has a bad ending, it's
Breaking
a
Bad,
universally
too.
bad thing. Like Breaking Bad. Are you fucking out of your goddamn
very
mind?
polarizing. Do you don't
never saw
remember
it.
the hubbub
I don't
that
remember
happened?
that being...
Oh, that
you
was
and
a
the word
big
hubbub this week.
Also, you said it weird earlier. You said hubbub.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my wanting to say haboob being from Arizona. So.
Lost had a very like the ending people were mad about, like just mad about. Like there
Firefly.
wasn't a split on that. Well, Firefly was, you know.
But even the creators are like, sorry, this is what we can do.
So this week's episode is brought to you by Topless Robot Podcast Network. We have 2 other podcasts on the podcast network, and we're always looking for more. But if you're enjoying the Topless Robot Podcast, our flagship podcast, we have 2 other podcasts. One is called Animated Opinions, and it's Melanie and Emily talking about animated films that you may have never heard of that are absolutely terrible, and they talk about what went wrong with them.
And it's amazing.
And this past week, they did a movie called Delgo, which I had never heard of. But apparently it was a production that thought that they could sue Avatar because it was before Avatar came out. And they thought that Avatar's creatures resembled their creatures too closely. And they thought they had a lawsuit there. They didn't, spoiler alert. And Cosmic Love, which is currently between seasons, but season 2 debuts this coming Thursday. So we'll get to see how Madame Exandra, the incredible sex-positive radio host of the stars and of the future and of space, deals under a totalitarian government.
Fuck the Galactic Federation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll about do it from us this week. Thanks for watching and or listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Luke, it says I'm locked out of my account again.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.